This is part 2 of Mars entering Cancer, but this is going to be more of a focus on the eclipses because August 11th, Mars enters Cancer, and then that stays there until end of September, and it stays direct throughout the entire thing. August 12th, which is tomorrow, the solar eclipse is in Leo, so we're having the first and the second house in Cancer rising. And if you have these placements in your chart, you can have like a prominent Leo in your chart in the second house. You don't have to be a Cancer rising to have that. But if it is in your chart, it's the first and the second, mainly for Cancer rising, that is being affected. So I think this is a phenomenal combination of having the first and the second being affected, because now you're taking like your protective boundaries and the action of the self in the first house and applying it. So in combination, this could be like a lethal combo to me. You like lethal Cancer assassin over here, because it's affecting your money, your income, your possession, your resources, your talents, and your self-worth and value in the second house. So in combination to like protecting self, setting boundaries in your first house, you are now adding on this extra like power up, I would call it. Like the universe is really playing its hand here for you by giving you this solar eclipse in combination with Mars moving into Cancer in the first house right here in your second house. We also have a new moon energy coming into this as well, which is phenomenal for planting seeds, because all of this, like Mars moving into the first house, is just fantastic to have that new moon energy. Again, it's like adding another power up on top of all of this new beginning and new freshness. And I'm so excited for every Cancer rising that is going to take advantage of this. But this is not something that you can sit down, make a list of, write affirmations about. This is all about action, especially with Mars in the first house. You could look at this moment in time for you as book one instead of a new chapter. That's how I would treat this, as like blank pages. Everything is brand new. We're starting from scratch, and here is your jump start with the new moon, and all the energies and all the other transits are working in your favor right now. You just need the action, and you must use action during this time or nothing is going to change. What could it change? How you earn money, how you take charge of your skills, what you're spending money on, financial security. Security in general for Cancer rising is huge, because an insecure Cancer is a very dangerous Cancer. It's not just about money in the second house though, it's about value. So, you know, when people go to their local grocery store and they're buying things and it's like, okay, like they're spending a decent amount, but then you go to Costco and you get the same thing, but more, because the value is different at Costco. That's kind of like what's happening here. It's you're weighing out the values that are currently in your path, and you are realigning to what is the same cost but better value. Right now, you are going to be kind of turning that viewpoint of cost and value internally, which is phenomenal when it comes to Mars giving you the action plan. It's not really a plan, but the plan is going to come from Saturn retrograde. That's where the plan is going to come from. So now you have 3 things working in your favor. Well, 4 things working in your favor. If Saturn giving you the plan, the structure, the layout, you have Mars giving you the motivational action to act upon it. You have Leo in your second house giving you like the value and weighing out the cost and value of what's going on. And then you have the new moon bringing in the perfect layout to plant a new seed, to open a new book, to give you the blank pages of like, here you go. You can now rewrite the rest of the story from scratch. So what are things that you can look at? Where am I giving too much? Where am I accepting too little? What am I holding on to that makes me feel secure but doesn't work in my favor for my future? The eclipses bring necessary change that we weren't planning for. So the good part is you don't have to force anything. Where things fall off and grow or arrive surprising it is a good thing. You just have to learn to work with it. Now is not the time for resistance. Now is the time to just take a step back and really reassess and adjust. Look at what is being illuminated, because sometimes things like partnerships, relationships may be illuminating, here's a problem that you can have. It's illuminating the issue because it can be 10 times better and like grow into this wonderful, beautiful friendship, partnership, relationship, because this issue is being illuminated right now for you to adjust, set boundaries, learn where you're giving too much, learn where you're giving too little. Sometimes it's just you needing to adjust something and not really the other person. And because the second house isn't just about making more money, it's about building a life that actually reflects what you believe you are worth yourself. Cancer rising between like Mars entering the first and like the eclipse activating the second, like your identity and your value system is being rewritten together. So you are asking yourself, like, does the life I'm building reflect the person that I am becoming? If not, you have a chance to change it. And I love that you have all these components really, truly just integrating with yourself right now. I say this all the time in every video because I truly believe in this system. I use human design and astrology to restructure and like use it with my birth chart. And I use yourrisingstory.com to do it. They have a specific eclipse package that you can like put all of your information into just for the eclipse season, and I did that, and now I have more energy and a better tool to work with. Astrology is a tool, it's a guide, it's not a map to a destination, it's not a get rich quick scheme. This is just how you can utilize everything to your advantage right now. And I think Cancer risings right now have the biggest advantage out of all the signs currently, because reconstructing the first, reevaluating the second, and having Saturn just pushing the structural component to this, and you're getting a brand new beginning with this new moon, is just chef's kiss. Like, the stars are really aligning in our favor, and I want all of you to win. So I will see you in the next one. Happy all the seasons, and bye.